Yo, 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 yo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, if you're listening, if you're hearing, then you know what this is. It's show
Show
off
off
season.
season.
And
Ooh.
yeah, we are stepping into the matrix. We are stepping into the world of computer keyboards, numbers, digits, and code. We are talking code, and this is my boy. This is my friend, my amigo. Another like the last episode, one of my workout buddies.
How's it
Especially
going? How's it going?
during quarantine. This is Rafi Luis de los Santos,
Thank you, thank you.
but I only know him as Rafi
That's right, it's Rafi.
for
It's
short.
okay. Some people can't pronounce my name,
That's
but Rafi, is
Exactly.
usually the go-to.
Exactly. And let's give some little backstory on this guy. This is another one of my closest friends who I believe don't get the shine that he deserves sometimes. And
I like to work in the background.
and it's funny because amongst some of our mutual friends community, he has what is an uncanny legendary status for some weird reason.
I don't even know. I just show up and they'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah, he's one of I don't like it's weird. I don't like they call him the lucky one of all of us.
that's bullshit."
They call him we don't know. But it's funny because I believed it. But nobody knows how hard this guy actually works. And he is one of the legit most disciplined motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
This is quite generous.
But it's true though. It's true. I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, you spent literally like what? How many months? Like 5 months almost doing push-ups, 100 push-ups every day with me.
Yeah, I did. It was
So-
about 5 months that evolved into a whole entire circuit of workouts. So
Yeah, and it's like it was.
kind of like put my mind to it, and we said, "Let's go."
It used to start at 10 a.m. Then it would evolve to 9 a.m. Then 8. Then at some point it started at 7.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, like let's do this. Let's wake up, bang out 100 push-ups, about a good like maybe 80 squats or something else on top of that.
Yeah.
Like we was making high-digit numbers.
Every day, even on weekends.
Even on weekends. And then at some point I was like, all right, we need some days off because it's just getting a little out of hand.
One day a week. That's
Yeah.
all you get.
And then but one of the things he's also been working on is coding, and I've seen this guy go through ups and downs and never give up.
Too many ups and downs.
And
more downs than up.
but
we
you
made
push,
it.
you push through.
We made it though.
You push through, man. All right, so let me ask you, can you break down coding for people in the simplest form as possible if you can?
Sure. I mean, it's just like anything in life when you think about it, is instructions, actually. For example, how you bake a cake. Some people just say, like, mix the flour, mix the butter and sugar, and just stir it all up and put it in the oven, right? And then if you go ahead and do that, you won't really have the same result as you would get at the bakery, right? So you have to, mix the wet ingredients first, then the dry ingredients in. It's the same thing with coding. So with coding, it's just like a set of instructions that you give to a computer to make it do what you need it to do for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you another question that's close. What made you get into coding? Like, what did you like about it? What made you get into it? Cause like me, I've seen you like code and work on stuff, and I'm just like, bro, the closest thing I could do to coding was MySpace back in the day, and like, and you're like typing up forms and codes and crevices, all that. I was like, shit.
I mean, let's see. What got me into coding? There was a couple of things. So before anything, I like to solve puzzles. I've always been like the type of person that would play like strategy games that would go about you give me like that pyramid block puzzle and be like, oh, I'm gonna spend hours trying to figure this out. Never a Rubik's Cube, but putting shit together has always been my thing.
That will be your next birthday gift, the Rubik's Cube.
I don't need that. But thank you for thinking about my birthday. I hope you forget by then. But yeah, I mean, growing up, when, let's see, after high school, I went to college for business, right? And while I was out there, I didn't really like the curriculum on one of the semesters, so I decided to just like scrap everything and then go into information technology. And from there, I've taken on different roles. So I've put on different hats. I've been a like what is it like? I've been right now I'm a software engineer, but beforehand, I've done IT work. I've worked on the hardware side, on the software side of things. I've done administrative work on computers. And then at one point, I was just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and build things. So back in 2012, I want to say, one of my good friends, Hassel, he came back from college and he had gone ahead and tried the music scene out here, but it wasn't working out for him. And then he also did the teaching artist, and that also wasn't working out for him. He didn't like working for somebody else, so he decided to create his own business, Internal Creations. And while creating his own business, he approached me. At the time, I was working IT, and he was like, "Yo, Rafi, do you know how to build websites?" And I'm like, "No," but I was like, "You know what? I'll build you one." So pretty much, I got my hands dirty. Didn't know how to really code, but I told him like, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and help you out build your business because like at the end of the day, like I like making things that create value for other people." So I created a website for him. I created a logo. I created pretty much like the foundation of his online presence so that he can go ahead and reach out to pretty much like all over the world because that's what a website does. Fast forward till today, he is now has his nonprofit. He has about like 4 or 5 different sites here in New York. The program teaches inner city youth to play classical guitars. And yeah, like it all started with an idea. So from there on, I got the bug, like I got bit and pretty much wanted to continue coding. So even though like it stayed in the back of my head that that's something I wanted to do, it took me some time to just like jump feet first into it. So back in 2019, I quit my job. I planned it all out, and then I decided to join a coding boot camp, App Academy, and it was a 12-week intensive fast track to just become a software developer. And it was pretty gruesome, I want to say,
Oh,
because it.
that's perfect because it leads like right into my next question. What is some of your biggest challenges when as doing coding and learning and building up? Like, was it like what was some of your like physical and mental challenges? You know?
I guess like one thing that people don't really like, what is it? We live in such a fast-paced world these days that we consume so much knowledge that we sometimes don't perceive time like how somebody will normally say like, oh, like I can go ahead and gauge what 10 minutes is. But like, let's say you're on TikTok, next thing you know, you're in a wormhole and you've been looking at TikTok videos for like 3 hours, right? uh, it's pretty much that when it comes to coding. Just like it just takes time to research, takes time to learn, and just to try and figure things out. So like one of the biggest challenges that I faced during my journey was putting in the hours and also trying to maintain a social life because sometimes you have to make sacrifices to get what you want.
Okay, I totally understand that. All right, so all right, have you done any? I know you went through a whole project with Hassel, another mutual friend of ours. Shout out Hassel and his program. We're gonna try to get you on here. That's a plug. So especially since you're getting plugs, I really hope you hear this. We're definitely gonna send him this so he can get on. It's like so I'm looking at you, kid. Another thing is for you. Have you done any interesting personal projects of yourself? Like, what is like some of your best and favorite experiences in doing coding?
In doing coding,
Yeah.
I think just creating stuff for other people, honestly, like things that are tangible and like people get to use. For example, several months ago, I worked on the Asian American International Film Festival where we revamped their site to just go ahead and get an influx of new people viewing like their cinema and whatnot, just because like COVID changed things before they had venues to go ahead and like see films and whatnot. and everything got moved online. So it was up to me and another person to bring the whole entire program and all the information that everyone needed to view these things online. So that was pretty fun, I'd say.
Any do you have any is there any stigmas or like misconceptions about being a coder and coding and building websites, games, all that stuff that you build like
Yeah. That you're a nerd.
nerd
Right.
like I like
You're a nerd. You have no life. You live in front of a computer, and like I wouldn't say there's stigmas. They're just kind of like facts. I don't live in a basement, but at the same time, it's kind of like you love the things that you do. It's not like you're gonna be like, oh my god, the latest XT blah 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 graphics card. Like, nah. But at the same time, you're still gonna be curious as to like how things work. For example, like single sign-on, where when you sign on to an email, or like, let's say when you sign on to a site, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, instead of like you would have to create a username, password, give up all your information just to go ahead and like sign on to the service. Now all you have to do is like connect your Google account, connect your Facebook account, or your Twitter, however, whatever the site uses for you to sign on, without like you needing to fuss around. And that convenience comes out of curiosity. Somebody thought about like, what's the easiest way to make this product better, to give a user a better experience? And that's how it came about. Like some things we take for granted. We just say like, oh, it just appears out of nowhere, and then we're just like, oh, we use it all the time, but we don't know how it really came about. And yeah, like that's really what makes the difference, I guess.
no
It's nerdy, but you can be nerdy about many things.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, you're talking to a guy who is a comic book fan, wrestling fan, and I can literally teach a whole history lesson based off of comic books and actual American history. So don't worry, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier in the podcast, in the episode, in the conversation, I said you are one of the most disciplined dudes ever, and you are always looking to grow and improve yourself and self-improvement.
I try.
Hey man, show off season, baby. That's how you do it. That's how we do it. That's why you on the podcast, okay? Okay, so all right. So, what are some of the benefits you? What are like some of the benefits you learned from coding that you use in everyday life? Something outside, other than being in front of a computer. What are some of like personal habits and stuff you mentally develop? Like for example, sometimes a painter would just stare out into something for hours to just embrace nature for the next painting. Like, have you learned anything different? Done anything different now that you haven't done before?
I'd say applying critical thinking. And yeah, just applying critical thinking, because like sometimes we think about going from point A to point B, but we don't really think about the steps that go in between something like that. For example, like let's say working out and building your body, right? You can't just go ahead and decide like, all right, I'm gonna start today, and from this day onward, I'm gonna do 200 push-ups a day, without having done a push-up a day in your life. That's like perfect way to fail. Instead, you want to go ahead and like build up and see, how do I get to doing 200 push-ups, or like how can I condition my body, and what aspects of my body can I condition to get to 200 push-ups a day, So that's just like a minor example of like one of the things with coding. Another thing is like actually reading documentation. Like how some people be like, oh, read the fine print, and then they get caught up in something. It's pretty much that. Like, you might be in the middle of something like, oh, this is not working, blah, blah, blah. And you check out the documents, and then you probably miss something. And then when you go back and look at it, all the information you need to get it to work is there. So, yeah.
Got you. All right. We're going to slowly wrap this up a little bit.
Sure.
Do you have any advice, any positive words, or anything to let people know that you would just give people that you would run by,
Positive advice in what sense?
Like any positive quotes, like for example, you just said always read the fine print,
Yeah,
especially like any positive, any words of inspiration, quotes.
yeah. I mean, like one takeaway is, like consistency. Consistency is always key. Like, even when you don't feel like it, even if you're slacking off, even if you miss a day, consistency is key because that's what's going to get the results that you need. You may not see it the same day, you may not see it in a week, you may not see it in a month, but consistency will get you like where you need to go. Because remember, like, things always get harder. Things always get the hardest when you're about to level up. So just when you're about to give up, that means that you're getting somewhere. Maybe you need to like have a different approach on how you go about doing things, but if you switch your approach, you might get like a different result to get to the same goal. So always be consistent if you're really about your goals.
All right. Last but not least, where can people reach you, find you, hit you up?
Don't hit me up. Nah, just playing. What is it? You can go to my website, rafiluis.dev.
Say that one more time, but say it a little slower.
Rafiluis.dev. So RAFILUIS.DEV. You can also find me on Instagram as RJDELOSS. And yeah, those are the only places to reach me. Unless you're going to reach me on LinkedIn, then you can just type in my name.
That's probably the easiest one. I'm not even gonna lie. It's probably the easiest. It's either that or just follow me. No, bro. I'm first before we go. I want to say thank you for doing this.
Yeah, for sure,
man. I really appreciate it. Like I said, you've been another one of my biggest supporters, and it's like, you've been there and you've always been like, yo, you kind of put me on the consistency track. Like, if I even slack up, you're like, hey, man, you fucking up. Just do it. like, you fucking up. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I'll be like,
I think it's always important to like keep your friends accountable because that's what makes the friendship real. It's not about the good times. It's about like when you see your friends going through stuff and you're able to have a conversation about the things and like have constructive criticisms as opposed to like, casting judgment on people or like, putting them down for what they do. Most of the time it's just best to, have an honest conversation with your friends, even when they're having a tough time or a good time.
And I respect that because that's how it's always been between us. Like, like there's been times where we've just been like, yo, let's just talk about it. What's up? And then that's it. So I respect that. Thank you. So we are about to wrap this up. Once again, you can follow, subscribe, listen to It's Show Off Season. Show Off Season. We are on. Let's name this out. We are on SoundCloud because that's the jump off platform. We are on SoundCloud. We are on Spotify. We are on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. So we are on all major platforms, so you can look for us, listen to us, hear us, and understand us because it is Show Off Season. Show Off Season. And you can also follow me at It's Show Off Season because, it is a man. Wait, I want to just tell everybody goodbye and good night.